Welcome to Liverpool Report, your daily source for everything Liverpool FC. From breaking news and transfer updates to match previews and reactions, we cover the Reds every step of the way. If you'll never walk alone, hit subscribe and join the Liverpool family. Ryan Gravenberch will miss the Premier League opener after a costly red card against Crystal Palace last season, a huge blow for Arne Slot's midfield plans. We break down what it means for Liverpool's title defence starting against Bournemouth, plus a massive transfer boost for signing Florian Wirtz, edges closer to joining the Reds. And who's he vacationing with? Non-Liverpool and Arne Slot will be without enforcer Ryan Gravenberch to begin the new Premier League season. The suspended midfielder ended last campaign with a straight red card against Crystal Palace. With the upcoming 2026 top flight season's fixture list now released, the title-winning Reds have discovered the path they'll have to take to retain their Premier League crown. To kick off the campaign, they'll host Bournemouth at Anfield on Friday, August 15th. And though a fast and convincing start will be on the agenda, Slot will be without a key midfield cog. Gravenberch was a man revolutionised this season, starting nearly every single league match under his new head coach, who allowed the 23-year-old to blossom as a holding number 6. However, during the Reds' final Premier League match in May, a 1-1 draw with Palace, after which they lifted the top-flight trophy aloft for the 20th time, Gravenberch saw red and will be suspended to begin the new term. Ismail Assar put the visitors 1-0 ahead after just 9 minutes when FA Cup winners Palace visited Merseyside, and this lead remained intact until the second half. After 61 minutes, Gravenberch went into the book after a dive in the Eagles' penalty area, and just 7 minutes later, a sky-high clearance landed him in a spot of bother. The Dutch midfielder's touch was wild, and as Palace's Daichi Kamada lifted the ball beyond Gravenberch, who was the last man, he was hacked down. Referee Darren England quickly produced a straight red and handed Gravenberch his marching orders. An 84th minute Mohamed Salah leveller gave the Anfield hopeful something to sing about on what was a joyous day. Though with the new season coming into view, Gravenberch's suspension does too. The club have confirmed that this suspension will be served when the new season begins, though it is expected that, as his red card was not given for violent conduct, Gravenberch's ban will be for just a single match. Gravenberch will, however, be able to take part in Liverpool's Community Shield clash against Palace on August 9th, when he'll look to build on a campaign that came with a new role and increased minutes. Before Slot's arrival at Anfield, Gravenberch had struggled for game time under Jurgen Klopp, but enlisting him as a more defensive number 6 turned out to be a masterstroke by the incoming Dutch manager. During a phone call in the first conversation I had with Arne, he said to me, "I see you as a number 8, but I want to try you as a number 6, Gravenberch told The Athletic. I played there against Manchester United in pre-season, and after that game, he just put me there. I was like, okay, let's do it." From that moment, I only played as a number 6. I didn't play a lot in that position before, but this season, that position has made me who I am now. I am not naturally a defensive midfielder. I also like to drive forward with the ball. It's been good so far. This is the first season that we did a good job together as a midfield. To arrive there is easier than to stay there. Hopefully, we can win more trophies together. Jeremy Frimpong has made his feelings very clear on Florian Wirtz as Liverpool's imminent signing edges towards a move. The Reds have already agreed a deal worth in excess of £100 with Bayer Leverkusen for the midfielder. He is currently on holiday, but is expected to undergo a medical with Liverpool at the end of this week, ahead of formally completing his move to Anfield. Ironically, Wirtz is currently on holiday with a man that the Merseysiders have already signed this summer, Jeremy Frimpong. The Dutchman completed a move earlier this year after Liverpool decided to activate a 35 release clause written into his Leverkusen contract, but he has remained close with Wirtz. Taking to Instagram, the defender reposted a snap that his former teammate shared on Instagram of the pair on a boat on holiday. He then added the caption, "My boy," with a red heart. It was the second time that Frimpong had shared the snap, after also posting it on his Twitter account with the caption, "Vacation mode with my bro ahead of Wirtz," officially becoming a Liverpool player. Ex-Red star Dietmar Hamann has revealed exactly how the club convinced him to snub Bayern Munich in favour of a switch to the Premier League. Speaking to Wetete.de, he said, apparently Liverpool have been in contact with Florian Wirtz for a long time. He and his family were impressed with how the club went about their business. Liverpool tried to get him when he joined Bayer Leverkusen 5 years ago and have always been in touch. The interest then warmed again over the last year, but nobody knew. Bayern Munich were very vocal about wanting him, so everyone expected him to go there. But from what I've heard, he met Arne Slot, who showed him around the training ground, and that's when he made his mind up. If there were any doubts for him, meeting all the staff put that to rest, and I think he has made a fantastic choice. He won the league and cup in Germany and did so without needing to sign for Bayern. Liverpool have got a fantastic player, a skillful player that makes other players better. He has a fantastic understanding with Jeremy Frimpong, which is another bonus, and what I like about him is that he got kicked around quite a bit in Germany, but he looks after himself. Liverpool's Premier League title defence could face an early test, and it's all down to one name, Mohamed Salah. Fresh off a record-breaking season, the Egyptian king is set to miss up to 7 matches, including a blockbuster clash with Arsenal due to AFCON 25. Can Arne Slot's Reds survive without their star man during such a critical stretch? Let's break down the impact, the fixtures he'll miss, and how Liverpool might cope without their Golden Boot winner. Mohamed Salah could miss 7 key games in Liverpool's Premier League 2025-26 season, including a huge date with title rivals Arsenal. Salah enjoyed a stunning campaign last year as the Reds stormed to the Premier League title. He again proved himself to be a key man for the Merseysiders, scoring 29 goals as he played in every single league game. That helped them to romp to the title, the first time they have topped the Premier League since 2020. Those goals helped to earn him a new 2-year deal to remain at Anfield, with his contract having been set to expire this summer. But the attacker will be staying to help Slot's side mount a defence of their title. His record also saw the 33-year-old claim the Premier League's Golden Boot award for the 4th year, as well as being named the division's Player of the Year for a 2nd time. The fixtures for the upcoming campaign were released on Wednesday. But they threw up an immediate problem for Liverpool, with Salah set to miss 7 games in total. It means Slot will have to create a plan to deal with the absence of his star man during a crucial period of the season. Salah's absence is due to his participation in the Africa Cup of Nations. The attacker is captain of Egypt, who have safely qualified for the tournament, which will be hosted by Morocco. Egypt's first game comes in a group stage clash against Zimbabwe on 22nd of December in Agadir. His country will likely have the right to have him in the squad for at least a week ahead of that game, unless Liverpool do a deal to keep him for longer. If no deal is done, then Salah will likely miss the Reds' trip to Tottenham, which will be held in the game week starting 20th of December. He will then definitely miss the clash against Wolves on 27th of December, with Egypt facing South Africa the day before on Boxing Day. The visit of Leeds will also see Liverpool having to do without Salah. That game is due to be played in the days from 30th of December, with Egypt taking on Angola on 20th of December. Obviously, Egypt's participation in the rest of the tournament will not be confirmed until after those 3 group games, but they are one of the favourites to win AFCON for the 8th time. They have not won the tournament since 2010, and if they make it through the group, they will face 4 knockout matches. The first of those will be held on either 3, 4 or 5th of January, depending on where they finish. That means that Salah will miss Liverpool's clash against Fulham, which is provisionally scheduled for 3 January. Even if Egypt are knocked out, the attacker faces a race against time to take on Arsenal on 7th January. He will certainly miss that trip to the Gunners if Egypt do make it through. In that scenario, their quarter-final will be held on either 9 or 10 January. The Premier League will then pause for the FA Cup 3rd round, another match Salah could miss. With the Reds next back in action top flight when they host Burnley around 17th of January. But Salah will also miss that game if Egypt make it through to the final, which will be played in Rabat on 18th January. There is a Champions League group stage game on either January 20 or 21, which he could be back for. But all told, it's a tough run for the Reds, where they'll have to adapt to life without the Cop's Egyptian king.